He became well known on the NBA sidelines as a reporter with the colorful suits, but now Craig Sager is known more for his courageous battle against cancer, more specifically acute myeloid leukemia. After 2 bone marrow transplants and countless cycles of chemo, one that went 24 hours a day for 2 weeks, Sager has now revealed that leukemia has returned, announcing on HBO Real Sports in March they'd been given 3 to 6 months to live. Still, he shows up for work with a smile on his face and remains optimistic. Even his relationship with Pop and the Spurs coach, unwavering support, has become known worldwide. Tonight, our Larry Ramirez visits with Craig Sager, who reveals why his bond with Pop is even stronger now.
All right, I'm here with the great Craig Sager, and Craig, let me get your. You're welcome. You are a great man. People love you. Let me get your thoughts about Coach Pop's jacket from Game 3. I mean, you're known for your fashion. What do you think about his jacket?
I thought it was great. In fact, I complimented him on it today, and he goes, I don't know. I said, I think I look like Becky Hammond. I said, no, you look great. And then he saw the seersucker. He goes, hey, that's pretty good. Maybe I ought to get a seersucker. So he's coming around.
He is. Yeah, because Pop's not normally flashy like that. Were you surprised by that flashy?
Yeah, I thought he looked really good. I really did. Seriously, I said, man, he looks good. And so that's why I complimented him on it. And, he, you know, you have to feel comfortable. And when he came back with, I feel like Becky Hammond, I don't think he was real comfortable with it.
You have a great, maybe not great, but it appears you have a very solid relationship with Pop, and we know how he can be with local media guys and gals and the national media, but you two seem to have a special friendship. Tell me about that.
Well, we go back a lot of years, and once we started doing these interviews with coaches between quarters, oh my God, you know, to Pop, that's a nuisance. I mean, you're infiltrating his space. He wants to talk to his team. He wants to make adjustments. He wants to make substitutions. He wants to, you know, motivate. And all of a sudden he's got to stop and talk to me. So I understand where he's coming from, but those are the rules, Coach. And I'm just doing my job. So we've had some battles through the years. The problem is, not a problem, but the facts, I can't banter back and forth with him because it's such a short time period.
Yeah.
So I'm like the straight guy. Whatever he wants to say, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. So it's a lot of fun.
And I know that he really respects you. He said he does. How does that make you feel knowing that that man, a good man, an awesome basketball coach, respects you?
It means a lot. You know, when I was first diagnosed with leukemia, you know, the support I got was unbelievable. And from the commissioner on down to coaches, players, referees. I mean, I was hearing from so many people, fans of the NBA. And so then, you know, I went through the battle and then had the transplant with my son. And then I got a card one day from Coach Pop. And I didn't share the whole thing because obviously didn't put it out a tweet. It was personal to me, but to sum it all up, he was talking about how tough I was fighting. And how he admired my effort, and how he always felt I was a team player and that I could play on his team any day. And when you get that from Coach Pop, you're sitting there in the hospital bed, he says, you can be on my team any day. It's like, come on, get me up, get me out of here.
Right.
You know?
Man, that has to be encouraging.
That's very inspirational.
Last thing, your thoughts on this playoff series so far between the Spurs and Thunder?
I just think the Spurs are so much fun to watch. You know, we talk about Golden State being great, you know, with their explosive team and their offense, but just to watch the way the Spurs communicate and move together, whether it's in the, you know, Game 1 blowout or in the Game 3 shutting them down defensively at the end of the game. It's just, that's the way the game's supposed to be played. And they just play so well and so communicating together, and it's just a pleasure to watch. And you know, I start another 8-day cycle of chemo on Monday at MD Anderson in Houston, so I'll be commuting back and forth to either San Antonio or Oklahoma City on a daily basis. So it's one of those things that if it's over in 5, it's better for me.
Well, sir, it was a pleasure.
Thanks.
Thank you very much for your time. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Larry. Thank you, Craig. We wish Craig and his family all of our prayers.